Hello, it's Heidi here again, MP for South Cambridgeshire, reporting in on last week. So started on Monday the 1st of June. What did I get up to? Well, the Queen's speech debate continued, particularly focus on health. Starting to get into the rhythm of the chamber now, getting used to people shouting things at each other and feeling that we're starting to get into business, I suppose. I went to a meeting. I've agreed to join an APPG, which is an all-party parliamentary group. Tend to be groups of people across bench who want to get together, who've got particular skills or knowledge and push in a certain area. So I've joined, I'm a vice chair actually now, for the APPG on manufacturing, because I believe, a lot of my background working in business, that we need to get manufacturing more fashionable in this country again. For me, it's the beating heart of the economy. And my new assistant Paula, who in fact is taking this video. Give a little shake of the camera, Paula, just there we go, that's Paula. She joined me here in Westminster to be my right-hand lady, which is fantastic. On Tuesday, more of the Queen's speech. I did what they call an intervention. First time I'd done an intervention where basically when you have the minister and the shadow minister talking across the chamber, you intervene and want to put your point across, because I was getting a bit annoyed at the blame game, particularly, if I dare say, coming from Andy Burnham on the Labour side about everything that we were doing wrong, and I wanted to speak up for the NHS and Simon Stevens, the new leader, to say, come on, we need to work together to back him. So that was Tuesday, bit nerve-wracking, but that was my first intervention. Wednesday, Prime Minister's questions, which meant I was up at 4:30 in the morning to get on the train at 6, to be in the queue here at 7:30 to secure my seat for the day, which I managed to do. And I'm so pleased that I did, as boisterous as you can imagine it would be. And at the end of Wednesday, we had our first vote, which was really interesting. Everybody bundles into the voting chamber and you go through and your name's crossed off the list. It seems really an old-fashioned system that we still do it that way. And we all, of course, have to stay here until the voting's completed. And the government was successful and we got the Queen's speech bill through. And on Wednesday also met Jeremy Hunt, the Secretary of State for Health. Really nice, very down-to-earth chap, really compassionate. I think he's absolutely the right man for the job, and I'm glad that he stayed in for this second term. Failed on Wednesday to get my question in about Syria, which I'd wanted to ask in the international development debate. We literally just ran out of time, so I'm going to write to the Minister instead. Thursday, I managed to get a question in, talking about broadband. In South Cambs, everybody knows the roads are so busy and we're almost at gridlock, and it's so important that people can work locally in local hubs, work from home, and Connecting Cambridgeshire is rolling super fast broadband out across the constituency, but we've got some weak spots. And I convinced the Minister to meet with me to talk about what new evolving technology might be coming forward to help those areas that are just too far away from the broadband cabinets, to make sure that we can get super fast for everyone. So that was a good day. And best of all, on Thursday, also got furniture in the office. Paula might pan round a little bit at this moment to show everybody how fantastic our office is. We've got desks and everything. And I also, best news of the week, was successful and had my name pulled out in the private members bill, which means I'm one of 20 MPs, lucky in the lottery, to put forward potentially a new piece of legislation. I'm getting lots of ideas in from companies, from charities, from individuals. If you've got anything that you think would make a great piece of legislation, then get in touch with me, heidi.allen.mp@parliament.uk, and we'll consider everything. Friday, slightly more relaxed day, back in Hardwick, back in the constituency. Always nice to be home, no more zooming about on the train. And I had a really great meeting with James Sutherland, who's the Chief Inspector for the police force in South Cambridgeshire, telling me about their priorities, areas that they're working on, and I'm going to spend a day out on the beach. We're going to arrange that during recess. I'm really excited about that. Saturday, I can honestly say I've never been to an Anglo-Saxon burial before, and that's what I was up to in Melbourne, where some really ancient Anglo-Saxon, 3 family members, their bones were discovered when we did some digging almost 15 years ago now, with some housing developments, and finally we put them to rest, and it was a really lovely ceremony. Sunday, I sat in the sunshine in my garden most of the day doing casework, which was, at least I got a bit of a tan. And some cases, a couple brought me to tears, a couple made me angry, but I spent the day sort of scribing letters and working through a big pile of work. And that was my week. See you next week.